It should cost $1 billion to look this. I see you want it and you're coming for me.
Hi guys, and I'm back for another Tuesday with Road to Success with Lyric. And I felt like this video needed to be about consistency because I've been preaching about it since day one, since I started back posting. So, how many days does it take to build a habit? Excuse me. I believe it says 22 days, but some people it can take longer than 22 days, maybe up to like 3 months, possibly, for the duration just to create a habit. And so during that time frame, like what I did for myself, and maybe this may help you, is, and I said this before, make a list. Sit down, write down, you know, things you may want to achieve over time, or how you may want to change your daily routine so you can implement having more time for yourself to get certain things done. That way you're getting work done, but you're also getting the rest that you need, because that is most important if you want to get anything done, is rest. Um, Especially if you have a 9 to 5 or work from home, whatever, it's still a 9 to 5. You want to, find a way to time. So for me, for example, I do meal preps on Sundays. Sometimes before then if I have to leave town. But I do my meal prep and I do the lunch, breakfast, and dinner. I've realized that makes it a lot more easier than just doing dinner during the day, because during my breaks, rather I study or I am working on another project during that time, or I'm just taking a break, literally, because sometimes you just be like, bump it, I need a break. Sometimes you need that break for just yourself and not to get anything else done. But you want to have time to also get other things accomplished. And when you don't get those things accomplished, or you feel like you need a whole day just to do one thing, sometimes you have to break it up into different days. But like for your like daily habits, to make that a actual habit and build some type of consistency, like what time are you waking up in the morning? How much time are you giving yourself to start your day? What are you eating during the week that may be assisting with you just being druggy and just wanting to go to bed when you get done with work? Like, what is it? Or if you don't have time after work, do you have time before work to do something? Especially if you're like a night owl, maybe that may be the best time. Maybe mornings are your best time. It just depends on who you are, how you work, your daily life to get those things done. Um, Especially with apps. A lot of apps seem to help with me. I use Notion, Google Calendar. What else? Other apps do I use? Tasks. That is a Google app as well. I think those are my main three apps. Honestly, Notion, which I'm slowly falling in love with Notion because Notion has all of those things, honestly. It just takes a while to actually learn it and understand it. And of course, YouTube University has everything. And you know what? Maybe I will do a tutorial on how to use that eventually. Um, but with me trying to get so many things accomplished and build different brands, and also build myself as a brand, myself as an actress and a musician, and all the other things that I am, um, you need some type of organization in there so I don't drive myself crazy during that time. Like how are you going to do that? That is what you need to cater to slowly, but also working on your daily habits will help you give yourself time to build the momentum to get those things done. So organizing, meal prepping, and meal prep, it doesn't have to be the same meal every day. I say this all the time. My sister says it too, because sometimes I will do it just out of the annoyance of, I need to get it done. And I don't mind, depending on what it is. I won't mind eating that every day. Because as long as I eat something, I'm like, I just want to eat and go let it sleep. Go to sleep. That's it. Like, and it's not great to go to sleep on a full stomach, but sometimes I just want to eat and sit down somewhere after a long day of doing whatever I have to do on top of work. So if you want, for that, pertaining that, I would say have a way where you can have two different types of dinners, maybe with maybe like the same side dish, or maybe the same, protein with different side dishes. Like if you get chicken, do maybe like broccoli and rice or whatever, and then switch it up, salmon and rice and whatever. Or it can just be anything. I'm just giving you ideas. Um, a lot of times there are other places that also help with, meal prep. So like Whole Foods Definitely was taking it from there. If you don't want to go there, there's rotisserie chickens in the store that works phenomenally. Promise you. And just, but also look into what, like I said, look into what you're eating. That may help. And try not to do overdo caffeine. For us matcha girlies, it's good. For the caffeine lovers, which I am all the above, um, you might want to like pause on how much you take during the day, and maybe use something else supplemental, maybe like electrolytes or anything, just to keep your momentum going, but not like overcast yourself to where you're like fatigued out after or ready to like crash after so much caffeine and it's not really good for your body. You need a lot more water. Anyways, not a dietitian, just learning from my own personal experience because I have been the person who does over caffeine and has gotten sick or just done too much or ready to crash out. Tea is your friend, and if you don't like tea, find another resolution. Um, do the research, do the work. We talk about things, but we don't do it, and then it doesn't get done. Um, but yeah, sit still, write out a plan, say what you want to do, add those things to your calendar. Oh my gosh. Another thing on your phone, and y'all use do not disturb, like it's about to die out. But there is also a way for you to get things done that way too. That slow morning rising birds chirping. I use that as a way to wake me up in the morning. And I slowly get up and I have my time with God. And then I try to, drink my morning tea, and get whatever else in my routine. Right? It's like waking up slowly, having my time with God, doing my tea. What else do I do in the mornings? Um, Sometimes it's straight into studying, or I'm trying not to grab my phone instantly when I get up in the morning. However, this morning I was struggling and my body was over it, and I heard my alarm and I was up, yet my phone rang because after my alarm, no calls are sent to voicemail. So I was struggling, like, no. And I finally just got up and did what I needed to do before I started working, get a little something for myself. But I know it's just, I'm just rambling on. But honestly, sometimes that those things can happen and they make you be like, oh, I could do it another day, or I can do this and no. That's just like with working out. You may miss a workout that day, or you have it organized to where you may work out 3 times a week, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't do it, so I just wait till next week." No, no, do it over again the next day. Figure it out. My morning routine has gotten so consistent, majority based, anyways, to where I now wake up that way during the weekends. Like, there's no way for me to not wake up early in any type of morning, whether I'm working or not working, whatever I'm doing. That's just like my normal schedule now. So, um, you just gotta find your thing and find your way to build some type of consistency. And I'm doing my best. And organizing, oh my gosh, when your life is in chaos, or your room or your house is in chaos, you can't get anything done. I promise you. I know I can't, anyways. So it may just be some time that you may need to take and put that together. I literally took this past weekend and I got a cabinet organizer for some of my tech equipment because I just needed things out of the way, but to look put together. Because I do film content in my room. I have 2 desks and 2 working desks, one for my work, one for my personal life, and for my business. And sometimes I just go there to build Legos. And I just need something, like when I'm filming content, I don't want you to see the craziness, and I need some type of organization, to show, like, hey, like I'm not. So I got that, and I put a little books and a little flowers there. It looks nice now, and I feel so much better. I feel like I can breathe more in here, and it's not so cluttered and enclosed. And you just got to find your way to navigate through all those things. So organization, not just with the calendar, but physical organization, or at least some type of cleanliness or some type of routine for yourself. Like most people, you have a day to wash clothes, a day to cook. If you don't cook every day, or if you enjoy cooking every day, then do that. Something that gives you enough space to do what you need to do and then do the things you want to do. So you can chill and relax because we all deserve that. Like, at the end of the day, you have somewhere to go and you're trying to complete this task or these goals to get to these accomplishments that you want to achieve. But how do you get there without organization or being consistent with anything in your life? It starts with something small and then you bloom and you make it bigger. So, I you should make goals. So, matter of fact, leave it in the comments. What is one small thing you're going to do to build consistency in your life? What is one small thing you want to change, and how do you plan on doing that? Um, for example, me, I work throughout most of the afternoons through maybe nighttime sometimes. So it's better for me to get up early because my schedules change every couple of months. So with that, I have started just getting up earlier in the day. And so even when my schedule does change or will change, I'm still able to adapt because I get up so early to do whatever I need to do for myself. So by the time I get out of work, I can really just breathe, relax, or do some, or I'll go out unless I have therapy planned, of course. Um, and not to say that it's gonna be perfect, whatever plans you may decide to do, but at least you started somewhere. It's gonna take time. Nothing happens overnight. Again, the myth is 22 days, but again, for some different types of people, it could be 66 days that takes you to be consistent or make a habit out of something. So give yourself some grace, but also don't procrastinate. Don't procrastinate because you'll be forever trying to do the same thing and you'll be like, oh, I have these goals for 2026 and it's December 2026 and you're still in the same place. Don't do that to yourself. That was me a while ago. So um anyways, I'm going to end this video here. Make it short and sweet. I promise not to ramble on, and I feel like I have. But I hope something that I said has sparked your interests or maybe helped you get into a place where you need to be. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll be back next Tuesday.